Imagine a life where your mind is free from the endless spiral of overthinking. No more sleepless nights filled with what-ifs. No more second-guessing every decision. Just pure, unshakable peace. Sounds impossible? It's not. In today's video, we'll uncover 7 powerful Buddhist lessons that will help you break free from overthinking and regain control of your thoughts. If you're ready to clear your mental clutter and embrace inner calm, then keep watching. This is the transformation you've been waiting for. 1. Understand that thoughts are just thoughts. One of the core teachings in Buddhism is the understanding that our thoughts do not define us. Overthinking happens when we become too attached to our thoughts, giving them more power and significance than they deserve. The truth is, thoughts are just mental events, like clouds passing through the sky. They are not facts, and they are not always accurate. To overcome overthinking, start by recognizing that just because you think something doesn't mean it's true. For example, if you keep thinking, "I'm going to fail," that doesn't mean you will fail. It's just a thought, not a reality. When you separate yourself from your thoughts, you create distance and allow yourself to observe them without getting caught up in them. Next time you find yourself spiraling into overthinking, pause and say to yourself, "This is just a thought." By doing this, you'll stop your mind from taking control and gain the power to move on without dwelling on it. 2. Limit your what-ifs. A major trigger for overthinking is the constant worrying about the future through what-if scenarios. Questions like, "What if I fail?" or "What if something goes wrong?" can keep you stuck in an endless loop of anxiety. But in Buddhism, we are taught to focus on the present moment, because the future is uncertain and worrying about it doesn't help. The what-ifs create unnecessary mental clutter, making it harder to live fully in the present. To break this cycle, ask yourself, is worrying about this changing anything right now? Most likely, the answer will be no. By focusing on the present and limiting the what-if questions, you reclaim control over your mind. You don't have to solve every possible future problem before it even happens. Instead, trust that you will handle challenges when they arise. Focus on what you can do now and let the future take care of itself. 3. Trust yourself and let go of doubt. Overthinking often comes from self-doubt and the fear that you're making the wrong decision. You may find yourself replaying choices in your head, wondering if you made a mistake or if there's a better option. But in Buddhism, we are encouraged to trust ourselves and have faith in our own ability to handle whatever life brings. Letting go of doubt means trusting your instincts and your past experiences. You've faced challenges before and found a way through them, and you can do it again. When you trust yourself, you give your mind the peace it needs to stop overanalyzing every little detail. Next time doubt creeps in, remind yourself that no one has all the answers. Trust that whatever path you choose, you will learn and grow from it. Letting go of doubt is freeing. It allows you to act with confidence instead of being paralyzed by indecision. 4. Reframe negative thoughts. A key part of Buddhist practice is learning to transform your perspective, and this can be especially helpful in overcoming overthinking. Often, we get stuck in a cycle of negative thoughts, like, "I'm not good enough, this is too difficult," or "things will never work out." These thoughts feed overthinking and create mental stress. Buddhism teaches us that we can reframe negative thoughts and view situations through a more positive or balanced lens. For example, instead of thinking, "I'll never be able to do this," try reframing it to, "This is a challenge, but I can take it one step at a time." This shift in perspective reduces anxiety and gives you a more realistic, empowering way to approach problems. Reframing isn't about ignoring negative thoughts, but rather transforming them into thoughts that serve you. This simple practice helps you break free from overthinking by focusing on solutions instead of problems. 5. Embrace the power of silence. Silence is one of the most powerful tools for calming an overactive mind. In Buddhism, silence isn't simply the lack of noise around you, it's a state of quietness that helps you connect deeply with yourself and your thoughts in a peaceful way. When your mind is constantly filled with chatter and worries, you lose touch with the present moment. Overthinking thrives in this mental noise, making it hard to find clarity and peace. Taking time each day to embrace silence can be incredibly healing. Whether you spend a few minutes in meditation, practice mindfulness, or simply sit quietly without any distractions, these moments of silence allow you to step back from your racing thoughts. It's like pressing the pause button on your mind. In this stillness, you begin to notice the natural flow of your thoughts, but instead of getting caught up in them, you can just observe. Silence also gives you the space to detach from the things that cause overthinking, like worries about the future or regrets about the past. When you regularly practice being silent, you create a peaceful environment where your mind can rest, recharge, and reconnect with your true self, your inner calm. This allows you to experience a sense of stillness and inner peace, which helps reduce overthinking over time. In this quiet space, you learn to let go of unnecessary mental clutter and become more present. The more you practice silence, the easier it becomes to quiet your mind, step away from the mental noise, and regain control over your thoughts. Over time, embracing silence can transform how you approach life, making you more grounded and less likely to get stuck in cycles of overthinking. One of the major reasons people fall into the trap of overthinking is the need for certainty. We want to know the outcomes of our actions, ensure we are making the right decisions, and feel secure about the future. This desire for absolute certainty leads to endless worrying and overanalyzing as we attempt to control everything around us. But the reality is that life is inherently uncertain. Trying to control every aspect of it is not only exhausting but also futile. In Buddhism, the idea of impermanence is a core teaching. Impermanence means that nothing in life is fixed. Everything is constantly changing, whether it's our emotions, circumstances, or even our relationships. This unpredictability is what makes life dynamic and full of growth. But it also means that certainty is impossible. The sooner we come to terms with this, the more peace we will find. The need for certainty is one of the biggest contributors to overthinking, because we waste so much time trying to predict or control things that are simply out of our hands. Letting go of the need for certainty doesn't mean becoming careless or indifferent. Instead, it means learning to trust in life's natural flow and accepting that not everything can be known or controlled. When you release the pressure to know everything ahead of time, you free your mind from the weight of overthinking. You begin to accept that uncertainty is a part of life, and with this acceptance comes a deep sense of peace. You can act confidently, knowing that no matter the outcome, you have the resilience to handle whatever comes your way. Another aspect of letting go of certainty is learning to trust yourself. A lot of overthinking stems from doubting our own abilities or judgment. We fear making the wrong decision, and this fear keeps us trapped in an endless loop of second-guessing. But when you trust yourself, you build the inner confidence to face uncertainty without anxiety. You recognize that no matter what happens, you will be able to handle it. This self-trust helps you stop overthinking because you're no longer obsessing over the what-ifs and should-is. The need for certainty also causes us to get stuck in analysis paralysis. We overthink every possible outcome, weighing pros and cons, trying to foresee every potential issue. This mental overload often leads to inaction because we're too overwhelmed to make a decision. Buddhism teaches us to take action with the understanding that we can never be fully sure of the outcome. The idea is not to wait for absolute clarity, but to act with mindfulness and confidence, knowing that mistakes and failures are part of the process. Even when things don't go as planned, they offer valuable lessons and opportunities for growth. A powerful way to let go of the need for certainty is to focus on what you can control. Buddhism emphasizes mindfulness, which encourages living in the present moment and taking life one step at a time. Instead of worrying about the unknown future, shift your focus to the actions you can take today. Ask yourself, what can I do now in this moment? By staying present, you can break the cycle of overthinking and reduce the anxiety that comes from trying to control outcomes. Letting go of the need for certainty doesn't mean embracing chaos. It's about learning to live with the unknown while remaining calm and centered. You may not know exactly what will happen, but you can still trust that you have the strength and ability to respond to whatever life throws your way. This mindset of flexibility and adaptability helps reduce overthinking because you no longer feel the need to prepare. One practical way to embrace uncertainty is to practice gratitude for the present moment. When you focus on what is good in your life right now, you shift your attention away from the unknown future. Gratitude grounds you in the present, where you can appreciate what you have, rather than worrying about what might happen. This simple practice can reduce overthinking by reminding you that the present moment is enough. Remember that letting go of certainty is a gradual process. It takes time and practice to release the need to control everything and accept that some things are beyond your reach. But as you practice mindfulness, gratitude, and self-trust, you will find that overthinking begins to fade away. You will be able to approach life's uncertainties with more ease, confidence, and grace. Letting go of certainty doesn't mean letting go of control completely. It means trusting that no matter what happens, you have the strength to navigate life's ups and downs. The key to freeing yourself from overthinking is embracing uncertainty. When you let go of the need for strict control, you welcome peace, flexibility, and openness into your life. This allows you to fully experience the present moment, where true inner peace lies. 7. Establish a calming routine for your mind. Overthinking is like mental clutter. It builds up over time, leading to stress and anxiety. Just as your body needs daily exercise to stay strong and healthy, your mind also requires a regular routine to remain calm and balanced. Developing a calming routine is one of the best ways to quiet overthinking and nurture inner peace. In Buddhism, consistency and discipline are essential for gaining mental clarity and resilience. Practicing mindfulness daily can be truly transformative. A calming routine doesn't have to be complicated. It's about creating a daily ritual that helps clear your mind, relax, and reset. One of the most effective ways to start is by adding meditation to your routine. Meditation is central to Buddhist practice because it trains you to stay present and observe your thoughts without judgment. Even just 10 minutes of meditation each day can greatly reduce overthinking, helping to quiet the mind and cultivate inner peace. To begin, find a quiet place where you won't be disturbed. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. As you inhale and exhale, try to release any distractions or wandering thoughts. If your mind starts to drift, gently guide your focus back to your breath. With time, this practice will train your mind to let go of unnecessary thoughts and stay present in the moment. The more you practice, the easier it becomes to calm your mind whenever overthinking arises. Along with meditation, You can also incorporate other mindful practices into your daily routine. Journaling is a great way to clear mental clutter. At the end of each day, take a few minutes to write down your thoughts, worries, or anything that's been on your mind. Putting your thoughts on paper helps you process them and prevents them from looping endlessly in your head. You'll notice that once your worries are written down, they lose their hold over you. Another important part of your calming routine could be practicing gratitude. Overthinking often happens when we focus on what's missing or what might go wrong. By shifting your attention to what you're grateful for, you train your mind to focus on positivity instead. Each day, write down a few things you're grateful for, whether it's something as small as a warm cup of tea or as meaningful as a deep conversation. This habit will naturally shift your mindset from worry to appreciation, helping to ease overthinking. In Buddhism, mindfulness plays a key role in calming the mind. You can bring mindfulness into your daily activities, whether it's eating, walking, or even doing household chores. The key is to be fully present in whatever you're doing. For example, when you eat, focus on the taste, texture, and aroma of your food, instead of letting your thoughts drift to worries or tasks. By staying mindful, you prevent your thoughts from racing and keep yourself grounded in the present. Another important part of a calming routine is making time for rest and relaxation. Just like your body, your mind also needs time to recharge. Be sure to set aside time each day for relaxation, whether it's taking a short walk in nature, listening to soothing music, or practicing deep breathing exercises. As you build these habits into your routine, you'll notice a big reduction in overthinking as your mind becomes trained to relax and reset. Consistency is key. Like any habit, the more often you practice calming your mind, the stronger your mental resilience will become. Over time, you'll find it easier to quiet your thoughts and stop overthinking before it takes hold. Establishing a calming routine for your mind is essential for maintaining mental clarity and inner peace. By integrating meditation, journaling, gratitude, mindfulness, and relaxation into your daily routine, you equip your mind with the tools it needs to stay balanced and focused. This practice won't just help reduce overthinking, it will also cultivate a deeper sense of calm, well-being, and inner peace. Overthinking is a habit that can trap you in worry and anxiety, but it doesn't have to control your life. By applying these 7 powerful Buddhist lessons, understanding that thoughts are just thoughts, limiting your what-ifs, trusting yourself, reframing negative thoughts, embracing silence, letting go of the need for certainty, and creating a calming routine, you can quiet your mind and find peace. Remember, inner peace is always within your reach. Which lesson resonated with you the most? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content on mindfulness and inner peace.